Holy shit. That's what I just finished doing, is having a holy shit. I still gotta edit up commenting on comments before we do anything today. I also want to go out and do some shopping, because there's some stuff I need for the bike. Which bike? The red bike. We're gonna try and really fix that plastic cover for the chain, because I found a method on YouTube that looks pretty promising. So we'll give her a go and see how she go and hope to Christ it works. But as for today, it looks awesome outside, but let me tell you, it's only like 13 degrees C. So from yesterday's 30 degrees to today's 13, all I gotta say is Mother Nature, WTF, brah. But I was talking about tire sliming the rear tire on the bike, on the red one, and all that. And tire slime, because I can't use the little bottle, because of the size of the tire, you gotta buy the $40 bottle. I contacted a buddy over at DS again, and I found out, did I forget to put coffee in that? Fuck. But no, I didn't. It's still coffee. Anyway, I contacted him about the back tire, because I found out he sells these quads called Geos, and they use the same 19x7x8 tire as the Baja Big Baja Mini Heat and the Baja Mini Warrior do. So I asked him for a price. The price he gave me was $50 a tire, plus $10 installed. How can I go wrong with that? It's going to cost me $40 for a big jug of tire slime, which may or may not work. For an extra $10, I can get a fucking brand new tire on the back of that thing. Be done with it. Yeah, tire sounds like a better idea. But as for right now, I need to drink my coffee and finish editing, and then we'll go from there. So let's pitter patter and have at her. Apparently I don't say that enough. Apologize for that. Well, I just had my coffee and I noticed Bloke put up a video, so I was like, oh shit, yeah, I want to see that, because I knew it was going to be about the time that he was going to be going to Grand Bend to do the steps, like the day after I left, unless they had to postpone it because of weather relations and stuff, because you don't want to really lay down paint when it's super sunny and muggy, because then the paint just orange peels and it's fucking garbage. And you don't want to lay down paint when it's raining for, well, obvious reasons. So I'm guessing he probably, because weather around here is pretty shit, so maybe it was shit down there too. I don't know. But yesterday was probably the only day they could really get out there and freaking get her done. But luckily that Tremclad sets in like 5 minutes and cures in 24, so 24 hours that is, not 24 minutes, frig's sakes. But I don't know, it's a good video. I liked it. And he goes on about a rant, and it's true. Like when I was with them, like okay, here's a story for you guys. You're gonna love this. So while I was down there, right, the first day or the second day, we go to the beer store. Now the beer store parking lot is just fucked. Like the one by his house anyway. Just fuck. You have to go, like the way the parking is, they got all these stupid islands dividing everything, so it makes the parking lot really narrow and really hard to get your car in. And once your car's in, try and get it out. If you pulled your car into a spot, backing it back out is more of a task than parking. But sure enough, we go to the beer store, and Bloke pulls his truck in, and his tire was a little bit over the line into the handicap parking spot, because we parked right beside it. Some fucking drunky clown comes out, and he's sitting there, and he's like, hey, you're in your handicap zone. The handicap parking spot is like 3 truck widths wide. It's fucking massive. You could park anything there, a tank if you had one. And so we're just ignoring the guy, and he's like following us around the fucking beer store going, shouldn't come and buy beer when you're drunk, and blah blah blah, just beaking off. And I'm just sitting there going, fuck, I want to lose it on this guy. Like, I just want to fucking lose it on him. But I'm like, no, I'll maintain my composure and stuff. But it's like non-stop fuck goofery everywhere we went, except when we went to places that we wanted to go and not spend money, i.e. tasty vapes, or but anywhere else we went, it was like non-stop bullshit. It's like people down there are just stupid. But it's not just that, it's, I don't blame them. Like Bloke mentioned in his video, who the fuck really gives a shit about their job when they're only making minimum wage, you know? Minimum wage jobs, that's where you work the most. And it's so true, you think about it. When you work at McDonald's, you get all these shitty tasks, you get burned, you get blah blah, you get yelled at by customers, you get called names and stuff for a measly, what, $11 an hour. But then you get into a career where you're needed and you start to be more respected. You do less work and you get paid more, and you get benefits and all this other awesome shit. So it's like minimum wage, part-time. We're gonna tell you when we want you. You fucking better be here. Oh, and we're not gonna pay you much. And if you get sick, that's coming out of your paycheck, bud. No sick days. Oh, you need time off for a funeral? Sorry, that's coming out of your paycheck, bud. We just won't schedule you for those days. You know, it's like really, really fucked with minimum wage. They just treat you like slave labor. So no wonder why nobody gives a shit. You go to Home Depot, or best is in our Home Depot's pretty good. There's always people in the aisles, and they're elderly, and when you go to the department, they're actually like, you know, this guy was a plumber, so he knows the proper terminology. This guy here was a carpenter, he knows the proper terminology, or he still is, or he's just retired and he's just looking for something to do, so he goes and gets a job at the Home Depot. But in our Home Depot, it's all elderly people who are actually trained. But Canadian Tire, however, that's a fucking whole new story. I swear to God, you walk in the Canadian Tire, it's no different than if you have a house infested with cockroaches and you flick on the light switch. Those sons of bitches just scatter. Because, especially if you walk in there and you do one of these, like you walk in and you're looking around and saying, okay, what do I need and where am I going to find it? Right there, that's the call sign to anybody working at Canadian Tire that, oh shit, this guy's going to have questions, bail, abort, run. And then, when you actually, like for instance, if you're looking for an auto part, so you go to the auto parts desk, then you got some monkey back there who probably doesn't even have his license, and he's like, how can I help you today? And you're like, well, I just need a radiator hose for a Pontiac G6. I'm just going to put that out there. So he'll be like, okay, Pontiac G6. What year is it? I'll be like, well, maybe they changed over the years, which all those engine blocks look the same, but they're not. Maybe, who knows? I'm like, well, it's 2005. They're like, okay, and how many doors? I'm like, really? 4. And he's like, okay. Which trim is it? The SE or the GT? And I'm like, well, it's a GT. And that makes sense, because you can get the SE with the 4-liter 2.4. Yeah, the 2.4-liter 4-cylinder engine. And I'm like, well, it's the GT, so it's the V6. And he's like, okay. And then he starts asking me, like, nonsense questions. Like, stuff that makes no sense. But all he's doing is he's just reading the questions off the computer and putting in the answer so it can bring up the part list. And it's like, who fucking cares what color it is? Why does the color matter? Like what? Oh, on the gray ones, they used the Z-shaped fucking tube. And on the every other color, it was an S-bend, you know? Like, because the color's really going to, you know, diminish it that much. But, no, it's just pretty dicked. It's like they don't know what the hell they're doing. And every once in a while you go to Canadian Tire and you get that one employee who's like fresh off the block and actually gives a shit about his job. And that son of a bitch will push your shopping cart around. Doesn't happen very often, but sometimes. But not very often, but sometimes. Anyway, before I head off to work, I'm going to head over to Walmart because I want to get some fiberglass tape and some JB Weld. Probably saying, what the frig for? Well, you know the big hole on the chain tensioner, the chain cover on the red bike? I did some YouTube searching and found a video where a guy shows how he fixed a similar hole on something else. I can't remember what it was. It was a plastic some friggin' thing. And he shows that by using the mesh tape for fiberglass or for drywall, it's literally just, it's like a tape, but it has crosses through it. And they're like really fine. You use it for making the joints on drywalls when you have two sheets side by side. You can use the paper tape, or you can use this shit here, which apparently adheres stronger and provides a better bond and won't tear and whatever else and stuff. So you take that crap, you lay it down over top of the hole, and then it's like super sticky shit too, so it should stick. And I cleaned off the gearbox with, I used WD-40 to clean off all the grease and stuff, and it's been drying out there, and I'm going to soap and water it down and make sure it's like super clean. Might even bust out the rubbing alcohol and go one step further. But anyway, Walmart carries the tape and they carry the JB Weld. This is what's dicked. I checked Home Depot. They carried the JB Weld, but they didn't carry the tape. All they had was the paper shit, and that's no good. We need the fucking the one with the cross thread through it. Walmart carries both. Canadian Tire carries JB Weld, but no friggin' tape either. I'm like, well, what the hell? I'm not going to go to Walmart and buy the tape, and then, Walmart, Canadian Tire carried JB Weld, no tape. Home Depot carried tape, no JB Weld. That's what it was. So I was like, well, fuck that. And I didn't even think of Walmart, and then all of a sudden I'm like, well, maybe I'll check out Walmart. They got some home improvement stuff. They carry both. And I was like, well, fuck, one-stop shop, Walmart. That's what it's going to be. Because there's no way in hell I'm going on one end of town to go to Canadian Tire just to buy a frickin' pack of JB Weld for $5, and then driving all the way to the other end of town just to go to Home Depot to buy some fucking tape, like, for $5. So this is going to be a $10 repair. Not really, because I'm not using all the material, but it's going to cost me $10, And basically, with this technique, you can not only patch plastic, but theoretically you can build things out of JB Weld, or add on to them if you wanted to. The technique I'm going to show, you can do, I've seen people use this method on, when I looked at the first video, I started getting carried on. You know how you get with YouTube? You fucking get lost in YouTube. You watch a video on, like, how to put a torque converter onto a mini bike, and the next thing you know, you're watching these guys in the desert on trikes fucking rooster tailing around, because you just keep clicking on related videos, and you get deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and the next thing you know, you're in the weird part of the YouTubes where, like, you're watching some pretty fucked up videos, and you're going, holy shit, is this happening? But yeah, I saw a video where a guy actually built a hood scoop out of JB Weld chicken wire, and I think he used chicken wire. Anyways, a flexible thin wire, and that tape. He basically made a mold. He pooped the tape all over it, and then just started spackling JB Weld onto it and smoothing it out as much as possible, letting it harden, and then applying Bondo to make it really smooth, sanded it down, and made a fucking hood scoop. I'm like, dude, that is awesome, but JB Weld's expensive, but apparently you can buy, like, that type of crap, you can buy that stuff in, like, big gallon jugs and stuff. So it's not just JB Weld, there's other brands out there, but this is like probably, well, he said it was meant for, like, laying down tiles. You poop it down on the floor, then you pop your tile onto it. Not grout or anything like that. It was like a glue, but because of the chicken wire and that tape, and being that tape being such thin threads, it just sits on top, and when it hardens like a fucking rock. So it's still somewhat flexible, but it's like, it basically becomes like a plastic, and then you just friggin', almost like fiberglassing if you want. You can probably do it with friggin' short-haired kitty Bondo, you know? Or whatever you want, like short-haired kitty glass, or long-haired kitty glass, or... The technique is pretty much useful for whatever. So anyway, I'm probably going to go shopping today, and maybe then after work we'll try and apply the technique. How does that sound? We'll make it a one-day video. I'll, even though my brain will be pretty friggin' frazzled by the time I get home at midnight, we'll try for it. Oh yeah, something else I need to do. Something I haven't done yet, and something I haven't had to do for the 8 years I lived here. We need to go outside and change the light bulb on the patio light. When I was commenting on comments, somebody asked what the heck this thing was. And what box mod I was using the vape. Like I said, it's the IPv2 by Pioneer for You. There's places selling this thing for $100. It's really cheap compared to the fact that when I bought my NES controller, that was $300. So this is a lot cheaper, and it does 50 watts, not 30, which is like freaking awesome. It really cranks out the clouds when the friggin' wicks are wet. See what I mean? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm only giving her 24 watts, so that's 5.8 volts on the coil. Didn't even know I had this box in here. Nice. So I'm going to stab one of these spiral guys in there. This is what's already in there. What brand are you? You the brand that burns down my house? Luminous Maximus, 13 watts, 200 amps, 3000 K. This is going to be a yellow bulb. Okay, I'm going to stab this in, and I'm probably going to do the one by the garage too. So let's put this in and see how much of a whore it is. What a murky lurky day out today. Holy. But anyway, this is what I'm up against here, is this filthy fucking thing. Looks like I can just fire my hand up there and twist that out, throw it in the garbage, then drive this one in there. Should be good. Let's do this. Talk about a freaking flimsy setup. But anyway, it's on there. Had about 72 spiders crawl on me. And survey says, Oreo can see when he poos. Okay, so my next plan, hey buddy. I had him outside, but he went to the neighbor's yard, so he's back in the house because you're a bad puppy. Now for this one, I have zero ideas on how the fuck this one works. Look at the bulb in there. That's a big fucking bulb, eh? And I'm putting in like this little shit. But I have no idea if I can take that top off or not. Maybe that's what you do? Fuck, I don't know. This one's dicked. This is what I was thinking about doing, is taking this thing right off and putting one of those not solar lights, but one of those projectors and just like beam it down the yard just to light up the backyard and stuff, right? I figured that would be pretty good, but I was gonna for now just change the bulb out, but son of a bitch, I've never seen anything like this. What in the fuck? Alright, let me dick around with this. Well, no idea if I'm doing this right, but I took the top off. There was only 3 nuts holding it in, so assuming somebody else had to replace this bulb in the past, and when they did, they dropped a nut somewhere, which will never be found again, which is probably like 7,200 feet underground by now, and slowly turning into oil. But yeah, I figured I'd just take the top off, and then I'll reach up there and unscrew that bulb, and then fucking stab the new guy in there, and then be able to like freaking give her. And hopefully these bulbs are okay in the winter, because I don't know if they're winter ready. But I'm all out of fucks, people. I'm fresh out. I only got her in there, so I'll put the lid back on. Actually, before I even do that, moment of truth. Does this fixture work? Yes, it does. I don't know why the whole bulb's not lighting up, but whatever. Let's put the lid back on it and go from there. Now the bulbs I put in there are only 18 watts, or 13 watts. The older ones were older style CCFLs that were 40 watt consumption, 100 watt output. These are 13 watts, I think 60 watt bulbs. But you can see it on. I'm just going to leave it on and we'll go from there. But this battery's about to die too, for fuck's sakes. Freaking grabbed my spare battery out of my spare camera, freaking thinking that I charged it and stuff. Nope, didn't charge it. Oh well, we got 2 working outside lights now. Oreo should be able to see outside when he poops. Hopefully now he doesn't run out to the street. He did that the other night, on Monday night, or Wednesday right now. Yeah, Monday night. Fucking sitting there, and I let him out for a poop, and I don't watch him. I just let him go, because he's good, and he stays in the backyard. This time around, he decides to run for the front yard. All I hear is a car lock him up and screech, and Oreo comes running back to the house. Little fucker was playing on the road and almost got smacked out by a car. Like, are you serious right now? So, I've been leashing him up at night because I just don't trust the little fluff ball. And this camera's about to die. Fuck. So as you see behind me through the vape cloud, I have my PlayStation 3 set up over there for the gaming. What I wanted to do, and before this battery dies, hopefully I can explain it, is I want to get all that shit off of that desk, clean up this desk, get all the vape gear put away and stuff, and dishes downstairs and things, and I want to have 1 monitor and 1 television. And I do not want to use that Sony because that Sony television's fucked. It doesn't have a stand. So what I was thinking about doing was using 1 monitor for the computer and a television for the PlayStation 3. And I just saw this deal here on Kijiji, asking $120 for both. You get a 24-inch and a 26-inch RCA LCD TV, which will do the job. And I can always run my computer into the secondary if I wanted to. But I wouldn't need to, and just run 1 monitor for when I'm doing PC gaming and use the television for when I'm televising or whatever. And I was also thinking maybe using the 24-inch over here, putting the 26-inch here, and then doing something else with this monitor. Maybe putting it over there for when I start computer repair services. Because when I'm laid off, I might as well do something to make some extra money off the table, or under the table I should say. Friggin' rights. Alrighty, we're on to our 3rd battery here. Got the Marvell going. And got my macro going to make some more money because I'm a fucking cheater like that. I had $600,000 when I woke up today, but I put another guy in training and bought a bunch of shit. So we're a little bit broker. But yeah, in training time it's going to take this asshole 5 more hours to pop. And research is going to happen in a couple of 20 minutes. What? 5 hours and 21? I need to wash my monitor, fuck. But yeah. Cheating like a sumbitch, I know, but fuck it, right? Cheat to win. It's either that or become a wallet warrior. Oh, what's a wallet warrior, you ask? It's the people who actually waste their hard-earned money on Facebook games. Wallet warriors. It's a term, trust me. Right? It's a term? Buddy? Buddy? That's it? You haven't talked in a while. Buddy? Oh, Jesus. Somebody's gotten into the pop last night. Fuck's sakes. It's quite the burp on her. But, why are you sleeping in there? You never sleep in there. You're weird. Yes, you like sleeping in his crate. Oh, dick. Oh, they're there. I'm about to say, fuck, I lost my keys. But no, I found them. But, yeah, we're going to take a run to Walmart now and go pick up the supplies for tonight's plastique repair video. And, that's going to be part of this vlog anyway, so who gives a fuck. That's my alarm clock. See? It actually says, get your ass out of bed, fuckface. And then you just book, and problem solved. Problem solved. Oh, apparently the vape store's got a bunch more RDAs coming in. Friggin' rights. Well, it's raining out. This lawn needs a cut. This weekend I'll do that. Oh, I forgot to turn this light on. Frig sakes. You know what? No. Let's just leave that light on. We'll see how well it works tonight when we get home. Let's jump in the car. We'll just check the flats. And, yeah, let's get out of here.